We certainly have improved. If you think back to our Cal game, our Vanderbilt game, some of the games we played earlier in the season, and you look at our team today, and the last 3 games actually, obviously we're significantly better. Our pace of play is better. Our movement is better. And it's just, it's taken a long time. I got hurt. If you do something once, that's like an accident, right? We talk about if you do it twice, that's like a coincidence. And now 3 times in a row, that might be the starting of a trend. I don't know. So that's 3 straight games where the ball moves, our defense is good, we get out in transition, and we do a lot of good things that obviously almost never happened 3 months ago. And certainly, you hope that happens as a coach, and you hope it happens at the right time. And now we have a week off, and we play on Saturday, and we'll see what happens. Like I told the kids on the team, we have 2 games left or we have 9 games left and everything in between. So that's basically what it comes down to. You could play twice or you could play 9 times or anything else. But we'll see. We'll see. And what I said at South Carolina is exactly right. You go home and you try to get good enough that when the NCAA tournament starts, you're in pretty decent shape. I don't wake up in the morning wondering, I wonder how this helps our seeding. I don't know where. So I like where we are. I like where we are right now.
Defensively, another really good performance. You guys, of course, they had more turnovers in the first half than they had points.
Yeah.
Can you just kind of walk us through what the game plan was defensively, what you saw that worked, and how that's fit into the larger picture of the defense has been really good at this point in the season?
The last 2 games that we played before tonight, both teams were get it and try to drive it at you. So that presented a different challenge. Today, they're not trying to drive it at you. They're trying to run you off 15 screens and then catch and shoot. And they're probably as disciplined offensively as any team that we play. So what we were trying to do is disrupt their rhythm so that, wherever they want to go to next with the ball, they had a difficult time doing that. And as we scored and you come down and now you have to get a bucket and you don't, then we score again and now you have to get a bucket and you don't, and maybe you start playing faster than you want to play, and that was kind of the whole point. And we executed it perfectly. Everyone that played, especially that first half, that was as good a team defensive performance as we've had all season long. We've had some good ones, but I thought tonight was probably the best one that we've had because they're not an easy team to defend.
Coming off these 3 strong games, what is something that you are looking to improve upon in this time off and coming into the tournament?
Now, there's always things that you need to do. It's not always we have to improve on this or we have to improve on that. Sometimes you just want to shore up some things where, I really liked our offense today, but maybe we should add this little thing right here at the end. Or, I like our defense the way we're playing. Maybe we ought to try to incorporate some of this. So when tournament time comes around, you're not looking to change anything. You're not looking to overhaul anything and be drastically different. What you're trying to do is find little tweaks that you can use to enhance whatever it is that you're doing. So that's what we're going to do. In every area, really.
How would you put 26 and 3 in perspective with the way you got there, with the ups and downs, the times, couple struggles?
Yeah. There are some seasons that you know, we've talked about this. There are some seasons that are easy. I've gotten Coach of the Year a bunch of times when I didn't even break a sweat. I just went to practice. I said, here's what we want to do today. They did it. Then we played a game. I said, here's what we're going to do today. And they did it. Where are we going to go eat? That was the toughest decision I had to make a couple of years, was where we're eating after the game. And I would get Coach of the Year, and I would laugh my butt off. And then there's other years when you are absolutely killing yourself every single day, and every day is torture. That's the life of a coach. This year's been hard, really hard, for a lot of different reasons. We've had a lot of things happen on the court, off the court. And we're a pretty good team. So the record is what it is, you know? I mean, I don't go by, you know, your record will let you know how good you are. Not necessarily. I mean, you can be a pretty good team that just is struggling to win games. You know, we're a pretty good team right now, and we've had a pretty good year. By most barometers, we've had a great year so far. 99% of the country would trade places with me. I mean, none of them live in Connecticut, but 99% of the country would trade places with me.
Maybe you were asked this before. Do you think Megan Walker's the American Player of the Year?
Well, I mean, we played all the teams, and I haven't seen anybody that's played better, more consistently than Meg has. I haven't. So, it's. I don't think it's a very difficult choice. Let's put it that way. I might be prejudiced, but I watch everybody play, and I know that consistent. That's what she's been.
You'll leave the conference having never lost in the regular season to a conference opponent. Obviously, your sights are set on like the postseason now, but does that alone mean anything to you?
I don't know what it means. If you're a pessimist, you'll say, well, there really wasn't any competition in your league. If you're an optimist, you say, wow, you guys must have played really, really good all those games. I like to look at it as the goal when we got into the league was to win the league every year. I don't think we set a goal like, let's go undefeated for the entire time we're in this league. That just kind of happened, you know. You know, that's the best way I can describe it. It just happened. There was never a time. It's like when we won those 111 games in a row. There was never a time when I went to a game and go, I hope our streak doesn't end today. You just focus on the next game. You're trying to win the next game. What do we got to do to win tonight? And then you move on. So it happened. You know, it just happened. It happened. It's the best way I can describe it. It happened.
Can you explain what Geno has meant, especially outside coming back, and do you have any update from Devils?
No updates. No updates. But as far as Jamel is concerned, you know, Jamel was the head coach. Well, she was here for a long time as an assistant, so she knows the inner workings of our program, and then played here as well as anybody, you know, except for me, CD, and Shay. You know, so she's familiar with everything that we're trying to do, so it doesn't take much. Secondly, she's been a head coach for 9 years, so that gave her a whole different perspective. She coached in a situation where it was a struggle to win some games, and they had to grind it out every day. So she brings a different outlook to what we're doing. And lastly, she's just one of the most positive individuals that I've ever been around, you know? And it's infectious. But, you know, Jamel's like part of my family, so it's easy for me to say that. You know, she's part of my family. My grandkids know who she is. Only 9 and 6. Anywhere near. Hey, JJ, blah, 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 blah. They're not that happy when they see me.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Did they ask you about the top 16 review? Did you see it now?
Anna mentioned something about it. She's going by Anna now. She's like,
Anna?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Anna Lobantiski.
yeah. Labansky, yeah.
The first 2 lines are S-curve, as it turns out.
Are they? So what's that mean?
It's South Carolina with UCLA and Greenville, 1-8. Baylor and Stanford, 2-7 in Dallas. Portland, Oregon, UConn, 3-6. Maryland, Louisville, 4-5 in Fort Wayne. Lines 3 and 4, they get away from.
Oh, is this definite?
Huh?
So we don't have to play in the tournament next weekend?
No, that's what they
Can I
said.
take the weekend? Can I take the weekend off?
Hey, last year you won the tournament and dropped it.
See?
Dropped it
So it's
on-
pointless to play in the tournament, right?
Exactly.
It's already, it's, you know, if you win the tournament, all I can do is hurt you.
You won a second team in the tournament. I mean,
You know.
Jose says that's one big league.
The conference tournaments are to get extra teams in the tournament, or to make money, preferably both. I've always said, if you're not doing it to get more teams in the tournament, then why have to have a tournament?
Well, my
Why
question-
bother?
Do you prefer S-curve over what has been the usual committee geography?
What's geography got to do with it if you're really trying to be fair? If you're trying to be fair, 1 plays 8. Where they live, where they're from, you know, you could put 1 close to home. That'd be great. You work really hard all year long to earn that spot. But you better be playing number 8, legit. Not somebody who's close to you that's not really a number 8. That was what always bothered me. Play the team you're supposed to be playing. 1 plays 8, 2 plays 7. That's fair. Because you worked all year long to put yourself in that spot. If they did it any other way, then it's not a true tournament. And that was the criticism years back. Like, how can that be? Well, they happen to be in the area. We don't want to move them away. Blah, 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 blah. Why? I mean, if it's going to be a real tournament, it's got to be a real tournament. What are you worried about?
Would you prefer they do that 4 lines or just the first 2? Or go down
Well,
to 15?
ideally, you like to go all through, 16 teams if you could. If you could. But then it does become at some point regional. And I remember one year, I think it was Holy Cross played down in Louisiana or someplace, and then a team from Louisiana played up here in New England. Like, so how does that make any sense? So yeah, you got to get the first 8 right. If you don't get those right, then the rest of the tournament doesn't matter. So it sounds to me like they're working really hard to get the first 8 right. And that's good.
Do you know if there's a rule between, like, could Oregon and UCLA, 1 team in the same conference, could they be the top 2 seeds in the same regional? You used to be able to do that, maybe they've changed it?
I haven't heard.
'Cause I remember you were right.
I just heard that you can't play it. Well, it depends how many teams you get in the league. I mean, how many teams from your league get in? It used to be you can't play anybody to the regional final. Well, you get 10 teams in the tournament. That's hard to do sometimes, if you're going to be fair. And that used to happen in the Big East. You get 10, 11 teams in the league. How are you going to how are you going to separate them?
Get more than 8, you have to.
Yeah. So last I heard, there's no, hey, this is when you got to play them. Obviously, you avoid at all costs playing in the first round. and the second round. But then beyond that, let the chips fall where they may. That's the way I look at it. And I've always said, for how many years, I wish we could go out west. Like, the teams out there are no good. Now all the best teams are out west, and they're going to send us west. Right? Be careful what you wish for. Now all the best teams are out there.
Fresno wasn't.
No, Fresno was not a lot of fun. But it would have been a lot of fun if we'd have won that last game. But we didn't. But we didn't.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
All right, we'll see you all this weekend.